first of all, let me explain what a sprawl is, okay? A sprawl is if Chuck and I are engaged in the fight and I go to shoot on him, he's gonna sprawl to keep me away from him. What a sprawl should look like, if my opponent comes in to shoot on me, all I'm gonna do is throw my hips and my feet back and I'm gonna land on this person. As you can see, I'm on my toes, all right? My head is up off the ground. My elbows are dug into this person's back. That's the goal. My hips are down, I'm on my toes, applying pressure on this person. All right? So, in here when we do this, we do a little bit different because obviously it's a hard floor. What we're gonna do is when I tell you to sprawl, Chuck, I want you to basically do almost like a burpee, but all I'm gonna do is this. My elbows are locked, head is up, I don't want my head on the concrete. This is not a push-up, okay? Elbows locked out, head up, hips down, I'm on my toes, my feet are spread apart.
Okay.
And now all you're gonna do is jump back up into a fighting stance.
Okay.
So every time I say sprawl, that's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Okay? So for this drill, Chuck, all you're gonna do is straight punches.
Okay.
That's it.
Just boom, boom, boom. Are you talking vertical fist, horizontal fist?
Vertical fist.
Okay.
Vertical fist, straight punches. And then when I take a sprawl, you're gonna sprawl.
Okay.
All right?
I can already tell there's gonna be a fight. So,
Ready?
Yep.
Go. Harder, harder. Come on, hit it, hit it. Hit the pad, hit it. Sprawl. Back up. Punch. Sprawl. Back up. Sprawl. Back up. As soon as you hit the ground, come back up. Keep on. Harder. Hit it. Harder. Sprawl. Back up. Sprawl. Back up. Sprawl. Lift your foot, lift your feet. There you go. Come on, hit it harder. Sprawl. Good time.
That is definitely a workout.
And as you can see, this is something that we always talk about in Krav Maga. Being physically fit, mentally strong, and tactically sound.
All right. Okay, so next drill. You said there's going to be a kicking drill, yes?
Yes, in this particular system, there's two types of growing kicks, if you want to call them that. You have a growing kick, which is going to be with your strong leg. If you're right-handed, it's going to be with your right leg. And we have a growing jab, which is going to be with my front leg. With the growing jab, it's almost like a jab with your hands. It's just a speed thing. It's just speed. I'm not worried about power. All I want him to do is that little flinch, because as soon as he does this, I'm exploding in. Okay?
Okay, so it's just like a boxing jab in that you use
Counter.
You use it to either counter and to stop their energy going forward, or you're using it to break their defense so you can go in with something hard and heavy.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's a growing jab. A growing kick is going to be with your strong leg or your back leg. So if you're right-handed, it's going to be with your right leg. In my good fighting stance, I decide he deserves a kick for the growing. Okay? Just like a traditional martial arts kick. I'm leading with my hip first, knee up, boom. Okay, back into a fighting stance. So for this drill, I'm basically going to read what Justin does with this pad. I'm going to start off with growing kicks, okay? And the hammer fist. With hammer fist, it's important, if you notice, I'm not standing here doing this. I'm actually using my entire body. Watch my entire body. Look at my feet. That's where you get the power from, starting from the bottom.
Okay. Now, in an actual kind of street self-defense kind of application, would those hammer fists be towards the face, or would you go ahead and do them towards the chest, just like you're doing on the pad?
I always tell our students, don't go outside of your comfort zone.
Okay.
If somebody's way taller than me, I'm not gonna hammer fist up here. I'm gonna do what's comfortable to me.
Okay.
If it hits you in the chest, hopefully I break your ribs.
Okay. Yeah, or at least knock the wind out of them, right?
Right.
So, okay. All right, so the hammer fists are good right up against the chest.
They could be effective, yes.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right, let me go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, so boom, boom, fighting stance. Then boom is just the jab, right?
That's the jab. Yep. Good. There you go.
Okay.
You're just reading his pad. Whatever the pad does, now hammer fist. Good. Time. Great. Reset. Go. Time. Reset. Time. Great. Good. Good. Good job.
Okay. So, one more question.
Yes.
Now, naturally, just having coming from a martial arts background, as I got into this while I was kicking, I started letting out a little bit of a kiap, just a little bit of that energy release. That I wasn't going for the really loud kind of taekwondo or karate style one,
Right.
but just the kind of quiet kickboxing one to just let energy out. Now,
Yes.
what is the kind of Krav Maga mentality about kiaping or about using concentration yet?
For Krav Maga, it's more of an intimidation factor. Yes, when you do that, the kiap, whether it be a light one or a heavy one, you're tightening those core muscles. So if somebody is coming with a counter, you're automatically tightening those core muscles. You have that benefit. Other than that, it's more of a psychological thing. In Israel, and the IDF, they train that if I'm shooting at someone and I completely go dry on ammo, what do? I'm just gonna charge you. Okay.
Okay.
It's an intimidation thing.
Okay.
Imagine if you're on the battlefield and you saw someone doing that to you.
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like a sensory overload
Correct.
kind of thing. You just freak them out.
Right.
Okay. So these are the kind of drills that you would be doing in a typical Krav Maga class. As you know, these gentlemen mentioned earlier, basically to just use that to just really, really wear you out before you get into the actual technical training. So now that I am plenty worn out, let's get into the actual technical stuff.